Hey guys, it's Derek here. I know that the background is a little bit different and I think there might be a little bit more echo than you're all used to, but I posted something about that on my IG story. So if you're not following me there, well, that's on you. But today we're going to be going over some Q&A questions that I asked you guys on a recent community post because we recently hit 5,000 subscribers. So I got my phone here with me and we're just gonna read through everything. It's gonna be something nice and chill. Got my water and hopefully you have something to drink as well. Stay hydrated. Okay, let's start. The first question is from Bitpanzer. They ask, what are your thoughts or opinions on Figmas? They were the gateway for them to get into the hobby, although they primarily now stick with dendrites and quarter scales. For me, I think Figmas are kind of that good in between. It's kind of in between a Nendoroid in terms of posability and accessibility and everything else, and a scale. They're not bad. They're not really for me. I like to keep all my figures in one pose and that's it, but I don't see anything wrong with them. If that's your gateway into something, why not? I think they're pretty good. Next question we have is from Necronemesis. They're asking, do I have a favorite video game? Or a game that you played religiously as a kid? For me, I'd probably have to say it is Pokemon. I grew up playing that when I was a kid, and I more or less buy every single iteration when it comes out. Me and my brother split a pack down the middle because there are two versions, and we just play that all the time, whenever it comes out on any console. I think I bought a Switch primarily to play Pokemon as well. Our next question is from What? That's the username. What got you into figure collecting, and what is your favorite figure so far? For me, figure collecting, I really liked One Piece as an anime. And I saw a Zoro figure, a Portrait of Pirate actually, from Film Z, a movie I recently watched at that time, and he looked really, really cool. I picked him up for about $90 Canadian, which was a steal. And that basically snowballed everything since then. And as for a favorite figure so far, ooh, there's a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite figure, but if I had to choose, I'd probably say Crystal Dress Rem, just as an easy out. Our next question is from Ivy, a regular in the comment section. They're asking, what's one figure you really want badly, but will never get because the aftermarket price is too insanely high? Now, I did a missed Grails video a while back, and one of the biggest ones was the Portrait of Pirate Maximum Jimbei. It still is kind of that white whale at this point. I don't know if I'll ever buy him because I see him kind of hovering around the 15 plus $100 USD mark. And as much as I do like him, that's basically resin statue money. And as much as I like Jimbei, I'd rather have resin statue than Jimbei. So under 1,000, I might still think about it. Mr. Drew, if you have to know, I will probably never buy a Rem body pillow. I have a line I will probably never cross, and that's kind of close to where it is. Also, I kind of run hot all the time as a human being. Just having a body pillow in bed be warm. So no. Neil Cordova asks, what made you decide to focus on collecting Rem out of so many waifus? Currently, it's hard for me to decide on what character or theme to focus on, so my figures are all over the place. Well, Neil, I recommend just picking whatever your heart chooses, or whatever you like the most. For me, Rem just kind of spoke to me. The way she treats Subaru is second to none. It's really, really hard to find like anyone out there that will love you unconditionally like she does, especially even when she's willing to be second best to Amelia just to keep Subaru happy. But I'd say for your collection's sake, just focus on whichever character you like and don't worry about a theme. I have a theme only because I really like One Piece, but I know a lot of collectors out there that collect whatever their heart pleases and chooses, so don't worry about it too much. Next question is from Hazy Shark, and he has a very cursed image of Goku as his profile picture, so thanks for that. They're asking, what is an anime or franchise that you think deserves more love in terms of merch and figures? For me, I think it's Sangatsu no Lion. We need more figures to fill out the rest of the series. There's a lot of cool characters there, and I think the designs are simple enough that you can probably do a whole bunch more. If nothing else, at least give me some Nendos. That's what I would do there. Also, what beast styles would you instantly buy if available? In terms of beast styles, which would be quarter scales, if they ever release anything One Piece related, I'd probably just snatch it up without questioning it at all. I would love to get a Boa, maybe a Nami, a Robin in beast style form. Oof. Sign me up. And we have a really good question from Daniela next. They're asking, if you could only collect one type of figure, what would it be? Examples being bunny, wedding dress, etc. For me, I'd probably say streetwear or just something in our world. Yeah, mainly just streetwear. I really like the Radio Eveline, although I'm not overly attached to any of the characters. But if you give me Rem in streetwear, or I don't know, like a One Piece character wearing streetwear and it's a good quality scale, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Moving on to a question that you may all want to know, but Carly's asked on everyone's behalf, is what do you like to do for fun other than figure collecting? I personally love to eat. You might see it in my body shape right now. And I also love to travel. Traveling is a little more difficult right now. If I had time, I'd travel a lot more and possibly take you guys all along in vlog style or something. Or I don't know, maybe just short clips every now and then. But I would love to travel and I love food. Trying new foods is a passion for me. I love food. Yan Rivers, I'm a dog person. 100% a dog person. Emmy's asking, do you like traveling? And if you do, where would you like to travel to? Personally, I haven't explored too much of Asia. I've just been to China a whole bunch of times. I've been to Malaysia once, Japan once, and that's about it. I would love to travel to Korea and a lot of the other Southeast Asian countries as well, but also to Japan again, because I'm a weeb. I'd spend a ton more money. Also, what's the first thing I do when I wake up in the mornings? I definitely reach for my phone to go and check if anyone needs me from work, because work seemingly always wants you, so probably not a great habit to reach for your phone when you first wake up. Another thing I do is hydrate when I first wake up. That's also really good, so. Sakura Weeb asks, what is your opinion on the Mary Satame Myethos or Myethos figure? And Myethos figures in general. Bonus, do you have a favorite manufacturer? The Mary figure from Myethos I think is actually pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of the leaning style or anything like that, because they only kind of look good at specific angles, but in terms of what I've seen, the details look great. And I think Myethos figures are pretty good. The designs are usually very spot on, and from what I hear, the quality is very good too, for a reasonable price. I haven't got my first Myethos figure in hand yet, but I think they're pretty solid. And as for a favorite manufacturer, I'd probably have to say Mega House, because I collect a lot of portrait pirates for One Piece, and they also deal with a lot of other IPs that I like as well, like Gundam Seed or Gundam, for example, and also Digimon, and like anything else shonen. So they tug a lot of nostalgia heartstrings. Pen Den asks, do you have any pets? And what's your favorite and least favorite figure you own? Yes, I do have a dog. His name is Tofu. He's super cute and he's a Pomchi. He's kind of old, but I love Tofu. And my favorite figure, I'll just say it's the Crystal Dress Rem. And my least favorite figure would probably be the Portrait of Pirate Akainu, because of his face. Our next question comes from a user that I can't pronounce their name, so I'm not gonna try. But they're asking, what do I do for a living? How do I explain it? I work in logistics, and I deal with the back-end stuff with a lot of ocean-related shipping. Do I collect any 18+ figures? No, I currently don't. I think the most lewd figures I have currently are my bunnies. That's about it. And do I still collect Gunpla? No as well. I haven't actually bought a Gunpla in, look at the closet right now, yeah, a very, very long time. I actually haven't even built a Gundam or a Gunpla in a super long time either, so. Diruku Tinmao. Sorry if I butchered your name. What is your most anticipated pre-orders? What are your most anticipated? I should learn how to read better. I think right now it's primarily my resins that are coming in. Yeah, we'll just say resins. We'll just say the resins. Dana asks, is there a figure or a character that you really wish had a figure but doesn't have one? This character has a figure, so I don't know if it's a cop-out, but they don't have a high-quality scale figure. That's Hiyori from One Piece. I would love to have a scale portrait of pirate of her. In terms of a character that doesn't have a figure at all, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of hard. Veronica is asking, what are some of your favorite YouTube channels you enjoy watching in your free time? Doesn't have to be figure related. I do have quite a bit of different hobbies outside of figure collecting, so there have to be a few of those. I think for tech, it'd be like Marquise Brownlee. I watch a lot of One Piece theory videos, so like Ohara, King of Lightning, BD Law, Tech King, and Mr. Moch. Don't know if anyone knows any of those, but if you're a One Piece fan, you'll probably know some of those. Like car content too, so Dustin Williams and maybe Sup Birdie or It's Birdie. I don't know what he's going by now, but yeah, I don't know. My subscriptions are all over the place. Ooh. We have a very good question from Quinny Quinn. They're asking, any plans on moving out sometime soon for a bigger place since you almost reached max capacity space-wise? I'm in the process of remodeling the room a little bit. No plans to move out anytime soon, at least not in the next year or so. I do have something in place for a little bit past that, but I'll keep that a secret for now. But for the time being, I am completely redoing the room, so expect that video to be out sometime soon. I'll probably give you like a little tour during that as well. I don't know how to pronounce this name either, but they are asking, what are some of your favorite sites to pre-order from? And where do you go to sell figures when you no longer have room for... Okay. Since I'm Canadian, our shipping situation is a little bit different, but I use Ami a lot, Nin Game a lot. In terms of, yeah, those are primarily the two I use the most. In terms of resin statues, Spec Fiction's really good for licensed stuff. Fanatic Anime Store and Favorite GK. Those would be the ones I'd use if I need any resin statues. Licensed, unlicensed, kind of all over the place there. I recently actually sold a lot of my figures at the anime convention that was local here. So I think I brought in 15 and I think 10 of them basically sold. So I sell them there, or I would just sell them on Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is pretty good, usually where I go. There's a lot of questions still. So I'm gonna try to see how many more we can get through, but I'm gonna try to squeeze everyone into this video. Wayne LLC asks, how long do you think your madness, or I mean love for Rem will last? Probably at least until the series ends, anime wise, but even past that, I think I'll still collect a few Rem figures. For me, I think she has that lasting effect like some of those other really high tier waifus have, so I don't think they'll ever really end. What is a theme or specific illustration you wish they will do for Rem? I would love a pirate Rem scale, that'd be kind of neat, or a astronaut Rem, a spacesuit wearing Rem. If you can travel to Japan within the next year and have to buy one figure, what would it be? Ooh. It would have to be an obtainable figure, right? Like something you can find. I don't know, I'd maybe try to find Jinbei for a reasonable price. I don't want to pay full market value right now for it. And Wayne's last question, share some random facts about yourself that we don't know. I'm a 4th Dan Taekwondo master. I like cars, and my favorite color is blue. Mini Ninja asks, well, they got a few questions, so let's see. For figure collecting, it seems that there are more and more figures getting released that are must-haves. When do you think it is too much? And how big of a collection do you plan on having? Must-haves. I don't think there's a such thing as too much. I would always push, or I would always like manufacturers to keep on making good figures, because that just means we have more options. When we have more options as consumers and buyers, the better, and that just pushes all of them to need to make better quality product, so that's good. Don't think I have any plan on ever really stopping the collection. When do you decide that you can pass up on some of these figure releases, even though they are figures that you want in your collection? Money would have to be a contributing factor to it. If I want something, I will do whatever I can in my power to get that figure. There's so many new releases of awesome figures I want, but I feel like I need to slow down for my wallet's sake and because I'm running out of room. Do you feel this as well? Yes, 100%. There's a lot of cool things coming out. I think there could be a little bit of overload for some people, but as someone who's been collecting for quite a bit of time now, or just being in different hobbies that involve collecting, you should really pace yourself. How do you see the figure collecting hobby change in the future? I think more and more manufacturers are going to make high quality figures and more expensive figures. Affordable scales may be coming to an end, unfortunately. We're working through them. We got a few more questions left, but this one is from Diavolo. What is your favorite arc in One Piece so far? Oof. Water 7 arc. Probably the best arc up until Wano right now. Yeah, I really like Water 7. The whole Water 7, Enies Lobby, and all that. That was great. Great arc. Also, who's your favorite side character in One Piece? Mine's Roshinate. For me, it's NL. In terms of villains, in terms of side characters, it's probably NL. Cool ability, and he's basically just Eminem. Pun Perfector and Toy Collector asks, if it's possible, could we see a room tour or some of your collection? Well, yes, of course. That video is going to be coming out a little bit later. I think the theme or the way I'm going to be doing the collection videos will be primarily towards the end of the year. That way I've already collected pretty much anything that would be coming out in 2022 or 2023 onwards and whatnot. And the room tour, yeah, probably after any major updates. So after this major update, I'll probably do a video there too. go. And we have 3 questions from SPC24. Number 1, what figure were you most pleased with after receiving it? So which one turned out the best? The Kaido Portrait of Pirate Maximum. That one kind of blew me away. Number 2, what figure were you most disappointed in after receiving it? AKA the worst. I would probably say the Wedding Rem. Number 3, I'm also interested in how much you'd be willing to spend on a figure you want. I know they created a Rem bust and even a 1-to-1 scale, but going by what your collection video has, you don't have either. For a figure, or just capping out in general, I would say the upper limit of what I'm willing to spend is anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000. That is like the absolute, yeah, that's as high as I'm willing to go. I know there's that quarter scale Rem that has real kimono fabric. I've been on the fence for a very long time whether or not I want to pick that one up. But yeah, the price is kind of scaring me away. All right, and our last 3 questions are from XSofo8. What is your favorite anime? Definitely One Piece. What are your top 5 anime characters? Rem, Vegeta, Enel, Squirtle, and what does your YouTube name stand for? I love Tony Chopper, and his name is Dr. Tony Chopper. DTTC. I don't know, maybe I will change the name up to something like Derek Tries to Collect. That's also DTTC, right? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You guys sure ask a lot of questions, but thank you for everyone who participated in the video and wrote down a question in the community tab. I think in the future we'll try to do this maybe at other milestones, so more and more new subscribers will probably know what's going on. But I had a lot of fun answering all these questions, and if you guys have any other questions, as per usual, I will answer everything else in the comment section down below. My name is Derek, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.